Hey world, and hi guys. Yesterday I received a very, I don't want to say beautiful, but one forward in my school group starts like this: beautiful lines by Robert Drake. Sometimes I feel I want to go back in time, not to change things, but to feel a couple of things twice. Sometimes I wish I was a baby for a while, not to be walked in the pram, but to see my mother's smile. Sometimes I wish I could go back to school, not to become a child, but to spend more time with those friends I never met after school. Sometimes I wish I could be back in college, not to be a rebel, but to really understand what I studied. Sometimes I wish I was a fresher at my work, not to do less work, but to recall the joy of the first paycheck. Sometimes I wish my kids were younger, not because they grew fast, but to play with them a bit more. Sometimes I feel I still had some more time to live, not to have longer life, but to know what I could give to others. Since the times that are gone can never come back. So like this, the whole thing continues. And I have seen this with a lot of time, a lot of people, whenever they sit with their so-called friend circle or all that thing, and this thing starts. I wish. And the beautiful thing about this word is no, I wish, gosh. You can just say and think whatever you want to say. But as you start thinking and writing something, what I just now read for all of you, sometimes I really wish. Don't you think the time in the present when you're writing or thinking about all these things, this present time is actually also going exactly what you want to go back in the times and do something which you missed that time? Don't you think in the moments when you are thinking and living in the past about kash main aisa karta, I wish I would have done that, the present, this moment is actually gone again and again. After 10 years you will write something about this moment which is the present that will become the past after some time. And how many times I've always shared, and I always believe you cannot use present maturity, today's maturity, to understand your past. It will always look, it's like our typical photographs. If you see your 10 years ago pictures, photographs that were clicked, don't you think you actually look very horrible? Including the celebrities, including those so-called beauty queens. If you see so many celebrities, if you see their movies, or suddenly you happen to see a song on the television as you're having lunch or dinner somewhere in the restaurant, and some old songs of that old movie of that present hero has been shown, he looks like one clown and she looks like one joker. And if you really, but that time they were the superstars for you, they were the heartthrobs for you. It's always going to be like that. And I've always seen people at some point of the time they look back and say, gosh, how I wish. You cannot use today's maturity to understand your past, but you can use today's maturity to enjoy the today the way you have not enjoyed till yesterday or till in the past. Now is the moment. All that experience that has taught you that you really missed in the school, you really missed in the college, you really missed in your younger days, you really missed in your childhood. All this you can relive. Why today you can't go back and see your mom's smile? Why today you cannot go and may not few things you cannot do with your children, but definitely a lot more can be done at this age, right? What they need is strange people, right? And I think there's one beautiful practice I've always done in my life is yesterday was over yesterday with that belief. I've started every morning of mine as if today is the new day. And what all I have missed, I missed getting dressed in the rain because I was scared about 100 things. I might catch cold and this and that. But today I realize nature cannot harm you if you have right feeling towards it. Today when it rains, I actually come out in the rains and dance and really love to get drenched and become wet. And no cold or cough ever catches me when I get drenched. I can. I'm right now having cold and bad throat for last 3 4 days because I ate something nonsense. That's what led to it. But that doesn't make me stop coming in the rains. Yesterday I was in the rains. Right now it's brilliantly, beautifully cloudy and drizzling. Now, learn from the past and make sure what you miss in the past, enjoy in the present. Because this present is again going to become past after some time. And again, we're going to think, I really wish. But this philosophy is not to be dissecting your past or postmarking your past. It's all about learning from all that you did not do, or learning from the immaturities of your yesterdays or yesteryears in the past, and make sure that every moment now that mom is alive, now that dad is alive, now that your uh, life partner is along with you, now that the children are still working and they're still being with you, can we make something out of it and make the most of this time? We always knew what we could have done. That's the most genius stupidity of a human being. I exactly knew what I could have done. But that when it was happening, that time you are not doing. Same thing is happening. Now this present continuous is going on and on and on. And now also we are not able to know. And this is going to be this eternal drama which is going to happen to all of us. That when we are going through some experience, we exactly don't know how to deal with it. That's I think demands for experience. That demands for maturity. That demands for that being genius to know that how in this moment, now that I have this moment, how can I maximize it? How can I make the most of it? How can I live to the fullest? That see, if you live any moment to the fullest, you'll never remember it. Only when you lived something incomplete, when you had half-hearted experience, then only this vacuum, that minus thing that has been there in that experience, no, that minus, that vacuum keeps lingering in your mind and heart for lifetime. If you have enjoyed, I don't remember, I think, except my childhood when I did not know understand about life, but last 27 to 30 years, last 30 years, I don't have a single memory of feeling incomplete about anything, because I know for last 30 years I lived my life to the fullest. Means दिल खोल के दिल घोल के I have made the most of every moment. When I say every moment, I feel so good. I don't have any I have memories of my childhood because I lived a very incomplete, deprived life for a lot of things. No regrets, but that has helped me to know how to live this moment. And I think this is going to continue in my life for a lifetime. We're going to make the most of anything. Even if I remember 2 days back I was not keeping well, I chose to stay in the bed for 24 hours. 24 hours I did not cross my room only. I was there in the bed. Who want to come and meet me? Come in my bed. I am not going out. I made the most of my sickness also fully, and I don't now I will not feel sick, and I won't become sick because पूरा enjoy कर लिया, sickness भी enjoy कर लिया. That's the attitude with which we should live. That belief that we will make the most of this moment and not go in the trap of gosh. Let's start this beautiful day. Here we go. So guys, go get set and grow.